Hello learners, welcome to today's class. We are talking about statistics, and that is a very important topic in our day-to-day activities because it is that particular method through which we analyze and present data that we have collected. As a student, at some point you use statistics in your life. For example, at the end of the term, normally we are given a report form to take to the parent. It normally contains details of how you have performed and ranking stream-wise and also overall, and sometimes they even give you the subject ranking on how you have scored against the other member of students in your class. That is it. That is statistics in action. If the president come on live TV and start saying that he has reduced the rate of inflation by a given percentage, he uses this method to collect data and analyze and end up with a conclusion. So the statistics is that particular tool that we use on a day-to-day activities. It helps you make decision as a student or even later on as an adult. Therefore, kindly pay attention and gain from the content of this class and this channel. Have you subscribed? If not yet, kindly subscribe so that you get to gain from the content of this channel, because by you subscribing, you will be able to get notifications whenever we post a new video, and that will be creating great impact to you as a student. Okay, let's begin our lesson. Now, from this topic statistics, there is a lot to be learned. But for this lesson, we are going to learn specific items. Statistics is very wide. We have advanced statistics that is taught in colleges and tertiary levels. But for us at high school or at secondary schools, we only talk about the basics of statistics. So for our course here, what we're going to learn includes mean, mode, and median of ungrouped data. Then we'll talk about frequency distribution table for ungrouped data. And then we'll also talk about mean, mode, and median from the frequency distribution table that we have formed. That is for the ungrouped data that we started with. Later on, we'll look at frequency distribution table for grouped data. And after that, we'll be calculating mean, median, and mode of grouped data. After that, then we'll look at data presentation methods. Of course, there are several methods of representing data that we have collected and analyzed. But for this case, we are going to focus on two main, and that is histogram and frequency polygon. So that is all we will have covered by the end of this course, statistics. Now, today's lesson, we are going to focus on the first one, mean, mode, and median of ungrouped data. That is where we are going to start from. So now, what is mean? Mean is the average of the scores. So this is the sum of individual scores divided by the number of scores. That if you collect data and you had scores, assume your data was talking about the height of student in your class, and then you took 10 students and you measured their heights and you recorded the heights of the 10 students. Then you can get the mean by adding the heights of those particular students, all of them, and then you divide by 10. That is what we mean by the average of the scores, which is also called the sum of individual scores divided by the number of scores. So I want to believe that you have a simple understanding of what we mean by the mean. We are going to talk about them later as we proceed. Now, what about the mode? Mode is the most common score in a set of data. Like for example, we just talk about 10 students. You picked 10 students, you measured their heights, and then you recorded. assume that out of the height that you measured, you had that 100 centimeters was appearing 3 times, 80 centimeters was appearing twice, and maybe the others were also appearing once per given height. Then the one that appeared the number of times, we call that the mode. Like this is the notorious score, the one that is most appearing, the most common score in a set of data. In short, we are talking about that particular score that appears the highest number of times. That particular score that appears the highest number of times. What about median? The median is the score that appears at the middle of the data. That if you arrange those particular data in a line, and then there is one that appears at the middle, the score that occupies the middle part of the data. That is what we call the median. So we are going to look at the median in different situations. When we have that the total number of data was even, there is a way in which we calculate the median or in which we obtain the median. When the total number of data is odd, there is a way in which we calculate the median. We are going to see all that in the following examples. Now, example 1, find the mean, mode, and the median of the data below. Find the mean, mode, and the median of the data below. So we have 23, 22, 24, 22, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So how do we get the mean? Mean is given by, as we said earlier, according to the definition, that it is the sum, that it is the average of the score, which is the sum of individual scores divided by the number of scores. So that is what we are going to do. We are going to sum all the scores, and then we divide by the total number of scores that we have here. So we shall have that the mean is equal to 23 plus 22 plus 24 plus 22 plus 20 plus 25 plus 26 plus 27 plus 28 plus 29. How many scores were they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are 10. So we divide by 10. Everything divided by 10. So therefore the mean will be, if you add all this, it gives you 246 over 10, which gives us the mean to be 24.6. So therefore our mean is 24.6. Mean is 24.6. So that becomes the mean for this particular data, that we add every individual score and then we divide by the total number of scores that we have. In this case, if you add all these, it gives you 246, and then there were a total of 10 scores. If you divide by 10, it gives you 24.6. What about the median? Let's see how do we get the median. Median. According to our definition here, that the median is that particular data that appears at the middle of the data. Now, to determine the median of a set of data, what you do is number one, you need to arrange this data in either ascending or descending order. So you decide what to do. Arrange it in either ascending or descending order. Each of them gives you the same result. So therefore, I want us to arrange it in ascending order. So we shall start with 20, 22, 22 again, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Then after that, we are going to cross the first on the left and the other one on the right. We are going to cross each until we remain with some scores at the middle. So we shall start this and this, 22 and 28, 22 and 27, 23 and 26. Now at this point, we have two scores at the middle. So therefore, how do we get the median? Median therefore will be the 24 plus 25, and then we divide by 2. So that one gives us 49 divided by 2. So our median will be 24.5. This becomes our median. What about the mode? Mode, we said that the mode is the most appearing score. The mode is the most appearing score. So now if you look at this data, it is 22. Our mode will be 22. Why? 22 is appearing twice, as you can see at this point, that 22 is appearing twice. The rest of the other scores are appearing once, except 22, which is appearing the highest number of times and which is twice. That's why now the mode of the data will be 22. So our mode is 22, because we said that the mode is the most common score, or the score that appears the highest number of times. So in this case 22 appears twice and the rest of the other scores appears once, so that makes the mode to be 22. Okay, example 2, we are told the mean of the data below is 47. Determine the value of x, hence find the median score and the mode of the data. The median score and the mode of the data. So how do we get the value of x? We have very many scores here, and we have all this. X is part of the scores whose mean is 47. The score has a mean of 47. So now you need to know how to get the score, the mean of the scores if given. So we know that the mean should be the sum of each individual score divided by the total number of scores. Now we are going to sum them. Our mean is supposed to be 45 plus 44 plus 47 plus 48 plus 50. We have 48 again, plus x, plus 24, plus 55, plus 42, plus 52. And then we divide by the total number of scores. If you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that 11. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we divide by 11. Now, if you add all this, including x, you get 455 plus x. So 455 plus x. Now that we don't know what is x, divide by 11 should give us the mean, which is 47. So now, cross multiply. We get that 47 by 11 gives us 517 is equal to 455 plus x. So how do we get x? X is equal to 517 minus 455. So therefore x is 62. If we subtract the 2, it gives you the value of x to be 62. And that is how we get the value of x. Now, how do we get the median? The median, of course, we still are going to arrange the data in ascending order. Let us arrange. So we shall start with 24. So we're looking at the median. So we shall start with 24. The next value is 44, 42 actually, then 44, 45, 47, 48, again 48, and then 50, 52, 55, 62. And then we are going to cancel from left to right until we get the data at the middle. So we shall have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So this one leaves us with 48 at the middle. So therefore, the median score is going to be the one at the middle. So therefore, 48. In this case, it is only one value because the data was odd. The total number of data was 11, and that's why we are only going to be left with 48 in the middle. So if we only have one score at the middle left, then you just give that particular score the way it is. So in this case, our score is 48, which appears at the middle of the data. Now, are you able to see the mode? Do we have the mode of the data? The most common score? Yes. If you look at this arrangement, you are able to see that 48 appears twice again. The rest of the other scores appears once, and 48 appears twice. So therefore, the mode for this data, the mode is equal to 48, because it appears the highest number of times, which is twice. So therefore, the mode of our data is also going to be 48. There is no harm if median is 48 and the mode is also 48, because we are just giving the way the data is given, and we are just talking about the data the way it is given. The data that appeared at the middle of this particular, the score that appeared at the middle of this data was 48, and that became the median. And if you look at the one that has got the highest number of appearance, again it is 48, because it is 48 that appears twice. The rest of the data, the rest of the scores appears once. I hope you understand that. The last example, and I want you to pay more attention here so that you get to understand it well. We are told, find the mean, median, and the mode of the data. So mean of course, is the sum of the scores. So let us add 12 plus 15 plus 18 plus 20 plus 12 plus 22. Then divide by the total number of scores. There are 7 scores. This one should give you 114 divided by 7, and that gives you 16.2857, which you can round off to 4 significant figures, 16.29. So our mean is 16.29. Then what is the mode? The median. The median, we have to arrange our data. I say that you can arrange either in ascending or descending order. Let us arrange now in descending order, from the highest to the smallest. So we shall have that this becomes 22, and the next after that is 20, and then followed by 18, then 15. 15 are appearing twice, then 12, and then 12. So median we get by cancelling from left to right. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So median, according to this case, our median is 15. That is the score. That is the score that appears at the middle of the data. 15. 15 is the median. What about the mode? Mode, we said the mode is the most appearing score. Mode. The mode is the one that appears the highest number of times. So let's see from this data, what will be our mode? So you look at it. This is 22 is appearing once, 20 is appearing once, 18 once, 15 is appearing twice, 12 is also appearing twice. So therefore, what will you give as your mode? In case you have that 2 scores are appearing the same number of times, and those are the highest number of times scores are appearing, then you list all of them. So now in this case, our mode is 12 and 15. Why? 12 and 15 both appears twice in this set of data. All of them appears twice in this particular set of data, and therefore you cannot list 12 and leave 15. So both of them will be listed as the mode, the ones that appears the highest number of times. So that is it. So you can do this exercise. Question number 1, determine the mean of the data and the median of the data below, and you have that. Roman A, you have that. Roman B, you are able to see that. And Roman C, you are able to see that, all the way to Roman D. And that marks the end of our lesson. Subscribe so that you get notification of the next video that we are going to do in just a few days. Welcome, and continue enjoying your academic journey with Hubble Virtuals. Bye.